Good evening, everyone. My name is Emily Stewart, and I am Director of Strings here at ISB. And I've also had the pleasure of working with the Kinnari Music Festival this last week. I am speaking on behalf of myself and also our Director of Arts and Activities, Mr. Anthony Giles, who is away, but supported this festival in so many ways. And he usually speaks first. So he sent an email a few days ago and he asked me to read a part of it to you that he feels has connected with, how he is connected with this festival, even though he is not here physically. He has been thinking about us spiritually, and it all ties into music, of course. So he says, I have been thinking a lot about the three of you, the Kinnari staff and the participants, the past 27 hours of travel, and was struck with the thought that the Kinnari Week is like the 5 movements of Beethoven's 6th Symphony or Pastoral, F major, Opus 68. Day 1 served as the awakening or arrival scene. Day 2, with such incredible student energy and engagement, was certainly andante molto mosso. Day 3 was reported to have been like a merry gathering. And with thunder and lightning forecast in Pakrat for Thursday afternoon, Day 4 is shaping up to match Ludwig's 4th movement with the same themes. Please send me updates, pictures, and videos for days 3 and 4 if you are able, and may Day 5's dress rehearsal and concert, like Beethoven's Allegretto Shepherd Song, be filled with joy and thanks for an amazing week of learning and music making. The gathering of different musicians for this festival has really been remarkable to watch. The Kinnari Music Festival is an auditioned orchestra made up of festival musicians who play orchestral instruments with the goal in the end of playing together in collaboration with both faculty and professional musicians here in Bangkok, as well as members of the Thai Youth Orchestra, to all come together at the end of the week and perform together in this incredible full symphonic orchestra experience that we get to fill this room with the sounds of tonight. I'm going to introduce you now to the person who has been really instrumental in getting this whole thing off the ground, to have a week-long learning experience of rehearsals with incredible faculty and incredible side-by-side musicians and collaboration. She's the woman who has been organizing everything from using this amazing hall to what kind of ice cream the kids ate for a snack the other day.
Safe. In case you were wondering.
And they loved it. So, my colleague, Ms. Jha.
Good evening. How's everyone doing tonight? Yeah? We're excited to hear the magic that the children, I always say children, but they're actually not children. I mean, I guess it depends. These amazing young musicians are going to be about to play for you. Are you excited for that? Yes, absolutely. I won't take up too much of your time. I just want to say that, Emily asked me literally before coming on the stage, do you know what you're going to say? And I said, I haven't really thought about it. But took a moment, and I just want to say that, I do believe in fate. And I feel like it was fate that I came back to Thailand after living abroad for so long and able to bring a little bit of my beliefs and my aspirations, which is to connect with youth and give them platforms. And meeting Mr. Giles and meeting Dr. Akarat, who is a genius when it comes to music, it's all somehow was meant to be. And witnessing this labor of love the past 8 months to this past week, and not just hearing the music, but the friendships that have formed. Just now before coming on stage, one of the pianists, I said, how are you doing? You're like, this has been an amazing week. He said, I don't even have the words to describe what a week has been. And I couldn't ask for more, because that's what we're all here to do. They don't necessarily have to become professional musicians. The goal of this week is to have them connect with music, you know, have an experience that is out of the box that they've never had before. And what's also really important for all of us, and I know Dr. Fay shares the same feeling as we do, music doesn't have to only entertain. It can inspire, and we can make a difference with music. And that is what all of the children are here to do today, together with the amazing Italian orchestra. It's gonna rock tonight, okay guys? I'm just saying. That's it from myself, and thank you so much for being here tonight. It means the world to us. Clap your hands.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. Glad to see all of you here, Sam and Sam. Just begin shortly. saxophone, viola, the melody, big one for the trumpet as well, the brass, Kinnari Festival Orchestra. You are supposed to stand up. Let's try it again. Kinnari Festival Orchestra! Excellent. Excellent. So, the first number, written especially for the festival. This, with your support in the future years, will become a signature piece for the festival. Okay, it's written by a renowned, it's a lot of energy, renowned Thai composer who is extremely famous in the film industry, anime, gaming industry, and many more. He was here through Zoom to inspire all the festival artists with his wisdom and everything. So, Kinnari Festival is a combination of dreams. You know, it's really interesting. I just want to share a personal story a little. This month, 20 years ago, I was invited to be part of the Aspen Music Festival in Colorado. It's one of the oldest and best classical music festivals in the world. And I was a fellow there for 3 years and an artist in residence for another year. Worked with all the best musicians in the world. And so they can do their stuff. And I've always envisioned that Thailand as a country, geographically, and the beauty that we have, is so ready for something like that. If North America has Aspen, and Europe has Verbier, why not Southeast Asia? And today I'm very proud to share this with you and to thank you for being part of this extremely important day. The overall, finally, we get our first step forward. So on that note, thank you so much. Big round of applause for you. Yes, a lot of moving around because we are going to feature our first soloist. You know, the experience of being in a festival helped me to be able to program not just the activities, but the experience that I believe would be of interest to you and to the young musicians as well. So when we started getting applications from Kinnari, we made sure that we offer call for soloists. So what's call for soloists? It's an opportunity for any individual who has passion to perform as a soloist with an orchestra of good caliber. When I say good caliber, you're not just seeing the students. You're seeing young professionals join from my very own batch of young musicians, and also incredible professionals. We care a lot about elevating the standards. So all faculties, all 23 of them at Kinnari Music Festival, are the best of the best musicians Thailand's ever had. And they're at an international level. They're principal players from Bangkok Symphony, Talent Philharmonic, international players working side by side with the students. It is something that we deeply engage. And of course, it's not, walk in the park. It's a lot of challenges that you don't get to see. And the orchestra to sound that good, they sound good, right? They sound good. That's what we do. really not bad. But anyway, back to the soloist part. We had 2 spots open for call for soloists for different age categories. And I'm very proud to finally have one of our soloists of the very first Kinnari Music Festival. And on that note, piano's ready, orchestra's ready. Let's wait no more. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our first soloist, known first on the piano for the Mozart Piano Concerto number 17, Last Movement. Give him a big round of applause. Another maestro, Mr. Sudipong Kadi. Wonderful job from first night and in the orchestra. Definitely not an easy thing performing a concerto, especially with an orchestra. If you want to experience how difficult it is, I suggest you try it sometimes. There's an interesting, a good challenge as music director for Kinnari Music Festival this year. So we have an overwhelming piano applicants. There are 7 of them. And what do you do with them? That's my first question. Thank you. how do you play an orchestra with 7 pianos? Like, no, you don't have the space for that. How do we program things that all the pianists would be challenged? Right? Those who have worked with me, they know that they would never have it easy. Right? So the balance between the opportunity to perform, the challenge that they deserve, and also to come up with a really cool piece of music for every one of you to really enjoy. And finally, this one piece came to mind, and it wasn't new. It was written in 1886 in Paris, actually. So let's take you to Paris, okay? Imagine we're in this house party. And just like on the house party these days, you know, sometimes you go, you hire musicians, right? Sometimes you sing, you do a little karaoke here and there, you have a little guitar player, maybe a little conga, you know, this thing that you sit on and play the drums and stuff. Yeah, in Paris, they're a little bit more sophisticated in that. This gentleman, Camille Saint-Saëns, one of the most prominent French composers of the history of music, really. He was asked to write a little bit of a house party music by his friends. And it was like, okay, so how many friends do I have? I got 2 good pianist friends, I got a couple of strings players, I got a double bass, I got 1 flute, a clarinet, and some little percussion instruments. And that's all I can do because that's the only thing we can fit into the house party. So he came up with this really interesting number of movements that you already have in your program notes, so I'm not going to repeat that. But what is Carnival of the Animals? What does it represent? It represents animals and carnival, obviously. Okay, nobody's laughing. My joke failed. All right. I want you to set yourself on a journey, okay? I'll guide you. I'll be your tour guide, wearing a safari linen jacket over here. I'll be your tour guide. I'm going to guide you through different parts of the world, different animals. And these musicians, they're not musicians. They're no longer musicians. They're different animals, each movements. So, look at your program, get through it, and see if you can detect anything that would resemble certain animals, okay? If you can't hear them, you can boo, and then we'll play one more time, so you can hear them. All right, wonderful. We all good? We all good? We all good? Big round of applause for the Carnival of the Animals. Come closer, closer. I only bark, I don't bite. Thank you. So, that was obviously a lion. Can you hear it? It's like a little, at the beginning, it's like a little lion. You just go really slowly, see the prey, but it's really short. And then you hear the piano going slide, and it's... Now we're talking more imagination. More imagination. The next one is the roasted French chicken. So you get the idea. Get the point. Thai chicken will sound very different. The next one is literally called wild asses. It's basically really fast animals that lions like to eat. That's why they run fast. And we have two fast pianists over here. Let's see what they can do. Yes, it's the first and Mr. Bao Bao, super fast. Now, the fast one don't live really long today. Let's move to the longest living creature. One of the longest living creature. This is bird. right. Which instruments do you think will represent the elephant? Is it the flute? Can we see the flute, please? Is it the clarinet? Oh, there's beautiful Ainsley clarinet, all the way from Seoul, Korea. Or is it a double bass?
Double bass.
Thank you very much. No prize for getting that right. Okay, all the way from Malaysia, please welcome the Syrian double bass for the elephants. Kinnari. Yes, it's an interesting trend that double bass players become smaller and smaller. And then the skill gets better and better. It's crazy, isn't it? Asian people, right? Okay, next two numbers. We go to Australia, famous for two things, kangaroos and ocean life. So let's take those two together and I won't talk too much before you. So, kangaroos. Alex and Samuel, ladies and gentlemen. This movement, I really cannot understand what it is. It's really weird and probably too much French wine or something from a composer. And decide to pick a fight between the two violins. It's a matter of who wins, right? Okay. Moving on, let's go into the woods for a little bit. There are two types of birds. The one that shows up at night, you hear them, but you don't see them. And the one that flies really high, so you get both of them together. Pay attention. big applause for the two birds. You're beautiful. Excellent. Where are we now? Okay. This is quite interesting. Those parents who have children who learn piano will be very familiar with this. Usually happens when they just started playing scales and stuff. It gets very annoying, right? So this is supposed to represent practice makes perfect. Okay, so it's a very funny movement. And the challenging thing about this movement is that they're supposed to try to play badly, which is pretty hard to do. So subconsciously they want to play well, but the idea is to really sound fast. So can you guys sound really bad, please? Thank you very much. Let's do this. Such a good student. You sound too good. We're going to teach now. Go. Sounds good. All right, going back to Jurassic Park, this is fossils. And representing the fossils, our own Elaine over there. Wave, Elaine. Excellent. So she's supposed to sound like bones. Okay? Let's see if she can sound like bones. And probably the most famous number of all, this one you will probably have already on your favorite classical playlist for sleeping. Okay, it's absolutely beautiful. When you sleep to this song, you're going to have a really lovely dreams. And featuring our principal cellist, Ajahn I, and this is the Swan. And before we have a short break, we're going to put all the animals together and see if you can recognize some of them, okay? Thank you so much for your support and for enjoying the music together with us. This is the finale, and see you in 15 minutes. soon. Yeah. Hello. It's kind of cozier down here. Well, thank you so much. Maestro Suripong and the orchestra, welcome back with the opening of the Lalo Symphony Español, inspired by Spanish melodies. Samuel is a very special boy, and he's definitely shine tonight. Not an easy thing playing a concerto, for sure, I would know. It's really, you know, really empowering to see young generations with their dedication to activities that is just more than pastimes. This is something that I've been seeing in the last 6-7 years from my own students, my own orchestras, and also here at Kinnari. Very proud to be able to work with such dedicated and resilient individuals who really believed in themselves, and that their music is more than just hobby. They can actually make a difference. And on that note, tomorrow we would love to welcome you back to our other 2 shows at Icon Singer. It's not that far from here. Take a boat, I don't know. But it's significant because with your support, we'll be able to raise funds for the 2 charities that the students, the festival artists, voted for. So that's all the details in our website anyway. So please, you know, tell your friends, families to join us tomorrow at 5 and also at 7 o'clock by the river. Okay, it's not that often that we see a full orchestra sitting outside, just have to touch wood that it doesn't rain. But with your support, it would mean a lot for myself and the orchestra as well. And back to the orchestra and the music as a tool to the greater good. But obviously, you know, when you're so excellent, that's always incredible achievements through music. And I'm not talking about becoming professionals. In my orchestra, we're sad to see 3, 4, 5 individuals actually leaving to go to Brown, Cornell, Eastman, Oxford. Actually, our guest concertmaster and my right-hand man, Mr. B. Pagdich over here, he's attending Oxford in the fall, so amazing. Not the music, obviously, but what I'm trying to say is that music is part of them. It's part of their growth. The fact that they're on stage, playing every single note, bowing like crazy, make mistakes here and there, so do I, right? That takes a lot of courage, incredible courage. And sorry, mom and dads, you can't really credit this to yourself. This is their own work, okay? So by having music with them, they understand resilience, they understand discipline, they understand critical thinking, and most importantly, they are good at expressing themselves, and at the same time, being a good listener, which is really hard to find nowadays. People don't listen anymore. But if you're in orchestra, if you don't listen, you're done. It doesn't work as a team. You have to listen as a section, you have to listen as a string group, as a woodwind, as a brass and percussion, and in the end, you have to listen to me. I'm just kidding. They have to listen to each other. Can you imagine that? I'm just trying to break it down. So what you see over here is just the tip of the iceberg. Okay, so a lot going on, and on that note, they would not be here without your support. So big round of applause to the parents. Come on, guys. Amazing. any more talking, I should be singing as well. But for our next number, so let's move on to let's go with the flow now. So we have had Mozart, that's Austrian. We have a Saint-Saëns, that's French. We open with a Thai composition, Hollywood style, obviously. Why not shift into something totally different? ถ้าเป็นสวัสดีทุกท่านนะครับขอเล่นเพลงไทยบ้างแล้วกันนะครับเพลงนี้ชื่อว่าอะไรนะครับอ๋อนึกว่าจะบอกชื่อเพลงเพลงนี้ชื่อว่าเธอหนอเธอนะครับจากละครคลาสสิกมากเรื่องบุพเพสันนิวาสนะครับสำคัญมากที่กินนารีควรจะต้องมีเพลงไทยบ้างและเป็นเพลงไทยที่ประยุกต์ได้สวยงามมากๆนะครับแล้วเราก็ต่อไปครับจากละครไทยไปละครเวทีต่างชาติบ้างนะครับ This is me from the Greatest Showman and of course we finish with the band with Pirates of the Caribbean but first let me introduce you got the orange microphone for me apparently this makes me sound more handsome, so I'll take that. Okay, excellent. So, without further ado, Kinnari Festival Orchestra, turn on to, and please welcome our lead singer, Nong Gap Bong Tho Fan. Let's go.
I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say no one will love you as you are. But won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for your glory. But I'm gonna bruise, but it brought me down. I'm gonna stand firm, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. I know that there's a place for us. For your glory, when the darkness falls, when it brought me down, gonna stand firm, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apology. This is me. This is me. Gonna break me down. Gonna sit free, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. And I know that it's not your love. There's nothing else but it's not what brought me down. Gonna stand firm, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be.
If you wonder what her name is, Prewa Esiga, up on my tea, Prewa Esiga. Thank you very much. How'd she go? Bring her out. She's obviously too shy. No, but I've known Prewa for the longest time. She was a little kid. Studies violin with me. Definitely doesn't study vocal with me though. It's really quite amazing. The cool thing about working with young people, especially nowadays, is that they're so multi-skilled. She's back playing violin now, as you can see. The culture of Thai Youth Orchestra, the orchestra that I direct for the last 6-7 years, we've pre-COVID enjoyed some unprecedented successes. We won a competition in Vienna. We went on tour to Spain twice. And we shift our attention to making Thailand a better place through music, and of course with the help of we managed to do a couple of charities and raise millions of baht through performances. And if you wonder, this is me and how the arrangement was made. It was made in-house by our own arrangers. It's not here today, but this is the amazing part about sharing the talent. And there's so many of them, and we just don't have much time, you know? That's why we have to do more. So, would you like to see more of this next season, this year? Sign up, please. Yes. If you sign up right now, you get 20. No. Okay. Let's be a pirate.
The wonderful ISB theater and dance department for providing all this amazing graphic, all done today. Like, I didn't ask anything. This just magically showed up. Like, it's like, and wasn't it beautiful? Right? And the pirate, where did that come from? You know? And just everyone, and you know, the Thai Youth Orchestra, obviously the Kinnari Orchestra, and can we give a round of applause for Dr. Bay as well? He has been phenomenal in guiding all of the students. And I just, again, wish to say thank you, everyone, from the bottom of our hearts for being here tonight. And parents who are here to pick up their kids, we actually have a little surprise for them in the cafeteria. And you can take pictures there. They're going to go to their green room and pick up their instruments and meet you there in the cafeteria. Everyone, have a great evening and have a great summer. Thank you so much. Good night.